Hi, this is Karl with a Relax, Focus, Succeed video where I want to ask you a simple question. What do you want to be when you grow up? You know, we are always asked that question when we're kids. And the funny thing is, we don't let people ask that question as much when we grow up. Once you're grown up, turns out almost nobody became a firefighter, right? Almost nobody became a doctor or, whatever they thought they were going to be when they were 5 or 6 or 7 years old. Human beings tend to be very judgmental in general. And I would just encourage people to be less judgmental of others who have a change of dreams. The whole concept of being judgmental is really based in biology. It's based on the fact that back in the day, as humans were evolving, and you always hear this about, living in a cave and fighting the saber-toothed tigers and all that, but you had to make a decision very quickly whether something was good for you or bad for you, right? So we're constantly judging, is this food safe to eat? Is that animal safe to pet, right? Some pieces of the human brain have never actually evolved. And the proof of that is simply go anywhere in the world and you will eventually find a sign that says, don't pet the wildlife. Don't pick up the cheetah, don't pet the baby otter, don't feed the monkeys, right? No matter where you go, there's these signs that are sort of a universal recognition that there's a lot of really stupid people in society. And when society butts up against nature, those stupid people don't know what to do. So how they actually survived and evolved, I don't know. But the point is, there are some of us that are good at judging, and some of us are not good at judging. And of course, I'm being extremely judgmental by telling that story. So what I would encourage you to think about is the times when we judge each other when it doesn't actually serve a purpose. Like, somebody walks by and you say, oh, well, those are ugly shoes or something like that. Does that serve any good? Does it serve any purpose? Is it other than just your casual observation? Does it do anything to help the world be a better place? Sometimes we get so habituated to judging things that we often judge too quickly and we suppress other people's ability to express themselves, to say, hey, here's what I'm seeing, here's what I'm feeling, here's how I'm perceiving the world. But we shut that down unintentionally simply because of our judgmental behavior. I'm writing a little note for my Relax, Focus, Succeed newsletter, which you should subscribe to. And one of the things I talk about is having a change of dreams. And I love that term. I've had a change of dreams. And I think that we should use it more often. We should also be aware of it more often. We all evolve over time. Very frequently when relationships break down or begin to break down or begin to have problems, somebody will say, you've changed. Well, it's been 5, 10, 15, 20 years. I hope you've changed, right? We all change all the time. Whether it's something that we initiated or something that the world, kind of forced upon us. We all react to our environments. We grow. We get smarter over time. We have more experiences over time. We do all kinds of things, and so naturally we change. In the success literature, we always like to say, well, you can only move forward. You can't move backwards, right? So the only question is, which forward are you moving into? Well, think about that with regard to change. Everyone changes all the time. I recently went to my 40th college reunion. Yes, I'm that old. And saw a lot of people who had changed, some of whom have changed so much that, in 40 years, they're not the person they were when they were 22. And guess what? I don't know them anymore. And that's okay. I had the opportunity to get to know them, say, hey, what have you been doing, right? Some of them I saw 10 years ago, so it's only a catch-up of 10 years. Some of them I've been in contact with the whole time, so I've seen their lives evolve. But when you think about all the people in your life, everybody is changing all the time. And so when somebody makes a big change, when they decide that they need to end a relationship, or that they need to end a job, or they need to move to a different neighborhood, or they need to just do something completely different, instead of questioning them as your first response, probe, is this a change of dreams? And the reason that that's such a great question is, if somebody's feeling trapped, they're going to make some decisions that may not be great for them because they're under a certain kind of pressure. But if somebody is evolving and moving to the next level, then they've had a change of dreams. And as a friend, it's very useful for them if you can tune in and say, what's going on with the change here? Is this a change of dreams, or is there something that I can help you with? Very often, our judgmental behavior leads us to shut down conversations before they can be had. We don't do it intentionally, but it is something that we tend to do a lot as human beings. And I would encourage you to simply have an open heart, and with luck, when your friends are having big changes, it is a change of dreams. It is that they are ready to evolve to the next level. They are ready to go to the next stage of their life. They're ready to improve something or stop doing something that they know is bad for them. And if that's not the case, at least you can be there to help them figure out what's going on and help them as a friend to improve the life that they have today. The world is a very big, complicated place. And in general, I believe most judgmental behavior is negative. Like it or not, we need to judge people whether or not they're good for a job, or whether or not they've done a quality piece of work and so forth. But for the most part, we are 99% not productive in our judgmentalism. We're only 1% productive in our judgmentalism. So we should tamp it down, be very hyper aware of it, and help other people evolve. If you think about yourself, there's times when you've had a change of dreams. Either you decided to stop pursuing a goal, or you achieved a goal and then you said, okay, once I got here, I thought I was going to do this, but now I've decided I'm going to do that. And then you got to spend a whole bunch of time explaining to people why you've had a change of dreams. Use that terminology because I think it's very positive, rather than just saying, oh, well, I thought I was going to do this, and and let me explain. And you don't have to explain your change of dreams. Your change of dreams explains itself. It says, wow, I really, my eyes are open, and now that I have this level of whatever it is, I can see a new future. I can see a better future than I was seeing before. So be less judgmental, and also change your personal behavior to focus on, when you're making a change, what's the dream part that has changed. That's a very positive way at looking at the world. I hope that's helpful. Please like, subscribe, and send me a note. Put a note down below if you have any comments whatsoever. For Relax, Focus, Succeed, this is Karl Palachuk, wishing you the best of luck in whatever your dreams are.